So I want to resolve this. We have 8x all to the power of x to be equal to 8 to the power of x plus 65. So let's begin by dividing both sides by 8 to have x to the power of x, which is equal to 8 to the power of x plus 65 all over 8. So from here, our 8 is to the power of 1 here. So when I have 8 to the power of m over 8 to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So we have our x to the power of x to be equal to 8 to the power of, we have x plus 65 minus 1. So we have x to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of x plus 65 minus 1. We have 64. Now let's recall, when we have a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So we'll be splitting this to have x to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of x times 8 to the power of 64. So let's divide through by 8 to the power of x to have x to the power of x all over 8 to the power of x, and is equal to 8 to the power of 64. So this cancel out this. So when I have a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is the same as a over b all to the power of m. So we'll have that x over 8 all to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of 64. So let's multiply the powers. We'll multiply the powers by 1 over 8 to have x over 8 to the power of x further raised to the power of 1 over 8 is equal to 8 to the power of 64 further raised to the power of 1 over 8. So we know that our a to the power of m further raised to the power of n is equal to a to the power of mn. So we'll be multiplying the powers to have x over 8 all to the power of x over 8 to be equal to 8 to the power of 64 over 8. So we have x over 8 to the power of x over 8, and is equal to 8 to the power of 8. So we have the same base and the same power here, the same base and the same power here. So we have that x over 8 is equal to 8. When we cross multiply, we have x to be equal to 8 times 8. So our x is equal to 64. So let's verify. Our question is 8x all to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of x plus 60. So our x is 64. We have 8 times 64 all to the power of 64 is equal to 8 to the power of 64 plus 65. So we have 8. Our 64 is 8 to the power of 2 further raised to the power of 64, and is equal to 8 to the power of, when we add up this, we have 129. So we have 8 to the power of, multiplying the powers here, we have 8 to the power of 128 is equal to 8 to the power of 129. So our 8 here, the power is 1. So adding these powers together, we have 8 to the power of 129 is equal to 8 to the power of 129. So the left hand side equals the right hand side. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. so you don't miss out on any of our solutions.